Let's start with the ones that were rational, and slowly work our way towards the most disturbing ones on the list. Number 10. Annika Patel. Offline for a year. In January 2020, 26-year-old Annika Patel from Mumbai, India, made a New Year's resolution to completely avoid social media and screens for an entire year. Her goal was to improve mental health, reduce distractions, and regain focus in both work and personal life. Annika shared her plans with close friends, explaining that she wanted to experience life fully offline, without the constant notifications and digital noise. During the first month, Annika felt the sharp impact of her resolution. Without social media and digital communication, she experienced severe social isolation and anxiety. Friends and colleagues reached out through calls or visits, but she often felt disconnected from events she used to follow online. Despite the discomfort, she persisted, believing that long-term benefits would outweigh the temporary struggles. By month 3, Anika began noticing subtle improvements in her focus and sleep patterns. Her days became structured around hobbies, reading, exercise, and in-person interactions. She journaled daily about her experience, noting how she felt calmer and more present, though anxiety still occasionally crept in. By the end of the year, she described the experience as transformative. The initial struggle gave way to a more mindful, focused, and less digitally dependent life. Number 9. Randy Gardner. Never to sleep again. In late December 1963, 17-year-old Randy Gardner from San Diego, California, set a personal goal that carried him straight through the new year. He wanted to see how long a human could stay awake. The idea began as a science fair experiment, but quickly turned into an endurance challenge. Randy committed fully, deciding he would not sleep at all, documenting the effects day by day with the help of friends and a local researcher. During the first 2 days, the effects seemed mild. Randy stayed upbeat, joked with friends, and played games to keep himself awake. By day 3, cracks began to appear. He struggled to concentrate, forgot simple tasks, and became irritable. Still, he refused to stop. To Randy, quitting meant failure, and crossing into the new year without sleep became part of the challenge itself. By days 5 to 6, the mental deterioration accelerated. Randy experienced blurred vision, slurred speech, and mood swings. He failed basic memory tests and began confusing objects in front of him. Despite this, he remained physically upright, which made the danger easy to underestimate. By day 8, Randy began hallucinating. He believed a street sign was a person. He claimed to see objects moving that weren't there. His sense of reality started to fracture. Doctors monitoring him noted extreme cognitive impairment, but allowed the experiment to continue under observation. On day 11, after 264 hours without sleep, Randy could no longer continue. He was disoriented, paranoid, and mentally exhausted. The experiment ended, and he was allowed to sleep. While Randy survived, he later reported long-term sleep disturbances, insomnia, and anxiety that followed him for years. Number 8. Li Wei. Daily Marathon. In January 2019, 29-year-old Li Wei from Beijing, China, made a New Year's resolution to run a full marathon every month for a year. Determined to push his limits and achieve extraordinary endurance, Li Wei shared updates on Weibo, posting photos of finish lines, training logs, and motivational captions like "No excuses, every month a marathon." During the first 2 months, Li Wei's resolution went smoothly. Minor soreness and fatigue were manageable, and followers celebrated his progress, leaving encouraging comments and likes on his posts. He seemed unstoppable, driven by discipline and the growing online support. By month 5, however, the toll on his body became severe. Li Wei developed chronic joint injuries and stress fractures, causing pain that made even short runs difficult. Despite the injuries, he continued the monthly marathons, relying on medical interventions, physiotherapy, and careful pacing. Posts on Weibo showed him using ice packs, compression gear, and walking with support, but his captions remained optimistic. Pain is temporary, glory lasts forever. Over the following months, Li Wei persisted, but the physical strain was undeniable. The resolution, which had started as a bold and inspiring goal, became a test of endurance against injury. Number 7. Samantha Reed. A year without spirits. In January 2018, 29-year-old Samantha Reed from Ohio, USA, made a New Year's resolution to quit drinking alcohol for good. She wanted to turn her life around, improve her health, and embrace a sober lifestyle. At first, Samantha strictly followed her resolution, tracking her progress privately and sharing day-by-day updates with close friends. Week after week, she celebrated milestones with messages of pride about sticking to her New Year goal. For the first month, Samantha attended social events sober, confidently declining drinks. Her friends and family praised her determination, commenting, "We're so proud of you and keep it up." Samantha felt optimistic, believing her resolution would lead to a healthier and happier life. By week 6, the challenges intensified. Samantha began feeling isolated as her old social circles continued to drink. Invitations to gatherings decreased, and she often avoided events altogether. The pressure of resisting previous habits without structured support started wearing on her mental health. In private messages, she admitted to friends, "I feel stressed and exhausted. It's harder than I thought." One evening, during a friend's birthday party, Samantha relapsed. What began as a small sip quickly escalated into heavy drinking. Within hours, she was found unresponsive and rushed to the hospital. Despite emergency interventions, Samantha was pronounced dead that night from acute alcohol poisoning, a tragic end to a hopeful New Year's resolution. Number 6. Anna Petrova, 30 Days of Water. In January 2023, 27-year-old Anna Petrova from Moscow, Russia, made a New Year's resolution to drink only water for 30 days, cutting out all food and other beverages. Her goal was to detox, lose weight rapidly, and document the journey on Instagram. Early posts showed her smiling with large bottles of water, motivational captions like "Hydration is the key to a new me," and followers encouraging her to stay strong. During the first week, Anna reported feeling lighter and more energized. She shared daily updates about completing her water intake and praised herself for sticking to the challenge. Her Instagram followers, numbering in the thousands, commented with admiration, "You're so disciplined, and I can't do this, but you inspire me." By week 2, subtle health issues appeared. Anna experienced dizziness, nausea, and extreme fatigue. Followers noticed her posts became paler, captions shorter, and photos less vibrant. Friends privately messaged her, warning, "Anna, this isn't safe. You need to eat something." But she continued, convinced that pushing through was part of her resolution. By week 3, Anna's health deteriorated rapidly. She was admitted to a hospital with severe electrolyte imbalances and dehydration, which her doctors linked directly to her extreme water-only diet. Despite medical care, Anna remained weak, and her journey ended as a cautionary tale about the risks of extreme health challenges. Number 5. Zana Samsonova, the raw vegan. In January 2011, 39-year-old Zana Samsonova from Russia made a New Year's resolution to completely change her lifestyle and diet. Determined to embrace what she called a path of purity and transformation, Zana adopted a fully raw vegan approach, eating only uncooked plant foods, fruits, sprouts, smoothies, and fresh juices. She shared her journey with the world on Instagram under the handle @rawveganfoodchef, posting vibrant fruit platters, homemade raw recipes, and inspirational captions about inner balance and wellness. Early posts showed her radiant energy and a glowing appearance, earning admiration from many followers. As the years passed, subtle signs of trouble began appearing. Zana's posts showed a progressively thinner frame, and her captions shifted from joy and excitement about food to philosophical reflections on health and body purity. Friends who met her in person reported that she looked visibly exhausted, with a frail frame that worried them. While traveling in Sri Lanka, Zana was seen with swollen legs oozing lymph, telling friends she felt lighter, but clearly weakened. Concerned friends urged her to seek medical help, but Zana refused, remaining dedicated to her long-term raw vegan goal. By July 21, 2023, during travels in Southeast Asia, Zana's health suddenly worsened. She was admitted to a hospital in Malaysia, but despite medical care, she could not recover. Her mother later stated that a cholera-like infection compounded by years of extreme dieting and nutritional deficiencies likely contributed to her death at age 39. Number 4. Alex Thompson, the Cold Shower Challenge. In January 2022, 32-year-old Alex Thompson from Toronto, Canada, decided to make a bold New Year's resolution: take an ice-cold shower every single day, no matter the season. His goal wasn't just about physical resilience. Alex wanted to test his mental toughness and embrace discomfort as a tool for personal growth. At first, the showers were short, just 30 seconds in the morning, but within a week, Alex pushed himself to stay under the icy water for several minutes. He filmed daily updates for his followers on Instagram, showing frosty bathroom mirrors and steam rising as he endured the cold. Comments ranged from "you're crazy" to "inspiring." By the third week, his body had adapted in strange ways. He reported numb fingers and toes, shivering uncontrollably, and headaches from the shock of cold. After 2 months, Alex began noticing more serious effects: persistent fatigue, muscle cramps, and weakened immunity. Despite this, he maintained the routine, believing it was building discipline. His posts continued, showing blue lips, clenched teeth, and ice crystals forming on shower cubicle. Tragically, one morning during a particularly frigid winter day, Alex lost his balance, slipping on icy tiles, and suffered fatal injuries. And his story remains a cautionary tale. Number 3. Moritz Erhardt, all work and no play. In 2013, 21-year-old Moritz Erhardt, a German student in London, adopted a personal goal that defined his entire mindset: work harder than everyone else, no matter the cost. While not labeled a New Year's resolution, Moritz treated it like one: a complete commitment to proving himself during a high-pressure investment banking internship at Bank of America, Merrill Lynch. From the beginning, Moritz embraced extreme work hours. He arrived early, stayed late, and often worked through the night. Colleagues described him as polite, driven, and eager to impress. For Moritz, rest felt like weakness. Each completed task reinforced his belief that pushing harder would secure his future. By the second week, sleep became irregular. He survived on caffeine and short breaks, sometimes sleeping only a few hours across multiple days. Messages to friends became brief and delayed. Still, Moritz showed no signs of slowing down. In the final days, Moritz reportedly worked up to 72 hours continuously. His body showed signs of extreme exhaustion, but the culture around him normalized it. Long hours were praised. Burnout was expected. One morning, Moritz was found dead in his student housing. The cause was ruled an epileptic seizure, with severe sleep deprivation identified as a major contributing factor. He was 21 years old. His death shocked the financial world and forced conversations about toxic work culture. Number 2. Christopher Knight. I need nobody. In 1986, 20-year-old Christopher Knight made a quiet, life-altering decision. Without telling anyone, he left his home in Massachusetts, drove north, and walked into the forests of Maine. His goal was simple and absolute: to live alone, without human contact. Christopher built a small camp deep in the woods near North Pond. He avoided all interaction, surviving by stealing supplies at night and remaining unseen during the day. During the first few years, he adapted to isolation. He learned to endure winters, manage hunger, and live silently. Over time, something deeper changed. Christopher stopped speaking entirely. His inner voice faded. When he later described this period, he said that language itself began to disappear. As years turned into decades, his isolation reshaped his mind. He became hyper-aware of sounds, movements, and human presence. Social interaction, once avoided by choice, became psychologically overwhelming. After 27 years, Christopher was arrested for repeated burglaries. When he finally spoke to police, his voice was barely audible. Reintegration into society proved difficult. He struggled with conversation, eye contact, and emotional connection. Christopher survived, but the cost of his long-term resolution was profound. Number 1. Dmitry Nuyunzin. 10,000 Calorie Feast. In November 2025, 30-year-old Dmitry Nuyunzin from Orenburg, Russia, decided to take on a New Year-style personal goal he called the Extreme Transformation Challenge. As a fitness coach and social media influencer, Dmitry wanted to demonstrate that anyone could gain a massive amount of weight quickly and then lose it again, all under his guidance. He planned to document the entire process for his followers, hoping to inspire them while promoting his upcoming fitness program. His goal was extreme: consume up to 10,000 calories every day. His diet included piles of pastries, dumplings with mayonnaise, burgers, pizzas, and other calorie-dense foods. Dmitry filmed each meal and shared daily updates online, joking about the scale climbing higher and higher. At first, the challenge seemed harmless, even impressive, a testament to his willpower and dedication. His followers commented, "You're insane, and I can't believe you're eating all that." Within 2 weeks, the physical toll became evident. Dmitry experienced extreme fatigue, heart palpitations, and digestive discomfort. Videos posted to his social media showed him looking increasingly tired, but he insisted everything was on track. By mid-November, he had gained approximately 13 kilos, and the strain on his body was significant. Despite warnings from friends and colleagues, Dmitry continued posting updates, encouraging followers to join him in extreme diet experiments, unaware that his body was approaching dangerous limits. A few days later, Dmitry began feeling severely unwell. He canceled training sessions and promised to consult a doctor, but the effects of the extreme diet proved fatal. Dmitry was found dead in his sleep, and reports linked his sudden death to cardiac arrest caused by the physical strain of the binge-eating challenge.